All right, I am joined here today by Keaton Gomes, who is in the semi-final of the WBC Grand Prix in Saudi Arabia. Your next up assignment, October the 19th. How are you feeling about it?
No, thanks for having me, Hayden. No, I'm feeling great. Obviously, this is the next big step. It's the semi-finals. We're the only fighter in the tournament to have 3 fights, 3 knockouts. So we've made our statement. Came in as the underdog, and now we're one of the favourites. So I just got to keep up all the work and stick to the game plan my coach has given me, and I'll make another statement come October 19th.
I know that there's no easy fights, and this most certainly feels like, again, not an easy fight that's coming up. What do you make of Ahmed Krnjic?
He's a big, strong guy. That's all heavyweights. They're big and strong. Also seems quite tough, but everyone's tough also till they get hit properly. So, yeah, it's going to be another big fight. I fought his stablemate, that Elijah Mesic, in my second round. So I know they're quite strong boys in that, but it all means nothing. Skill wins at the end of the day, and that's what we have to get done. I just have to stick to game plan, stick to my coach's skill, and I'll come out victorious.
It's interesting you mentioned his stablemate and countryman as well. Does that give you sort of confidence going into this one? Do you think they, now got the opportunity to study you and be a bit more involved in what you're doing?
I do certainly think they're not going to underestimate me as much for my size and all that, like everyone was doing in my first round when I flew there. So that is quite a terrible one. Like, it's always nice being underestimated. You can catch him by surprise. So I think he is going to be watching and more wary, but also we've seen what he does, and he's quite a straightforward, come forward guy, sticks to his basic punches, and that's it. So I think he is going to be a lot more warier than what I can say Elijah was, but it all means nothing. When I start sticking to my game plan, letting skill and my hands move, they can't beat me.
Goes by the name Bosnian Steel. Obviously, he stopped his first 2 opponents in the last round. He got a majority decision. How much did you read into that?
I actually thought the other guy won. So in the flows, I do believe the other guy won. He did let his hands go more, but I didn't watch the full fight. But from what I saw, I know my coach stayed behind to watch, and he also said he believed the other guy won. So, but it is what it is. It's boxing. You can't also always just rely on the judges. Even if you think you've done enough, you got to watch. So, yeah, he did well, but I think I made more of a statement in my last fight. Sorry. So this fight, I'm just coming out victorious. I get the stoppage. Same like I said with Devin. When I land the mark, he's gone. He's done. Same with this guy. If I land the mark, he's done. But I'm going to stick to game plan till that comes. And if it doesn't come and I don't stop him, I'm going to win on points.
Well, let's go back to that fight against Devin. Of course, that was a high-profile fight. He was an undefeated fighter, probably the favorite to win the fight. Yes. You upset the whole thing for him in his career. Beating American boxers, obviously American boxers sort of be the big names in the industry. How did that feel?
No, it was great, but like I told everyone was carrying on. It's going to be my biggest fight. It's going to be this, and I'm very confident at where I'm at and how my training is going. Like, I'm in a very good space. I'm very confident at the moment. And I said it's going to be as hard as I make the fight. Same like this next fight. It's going to be as hard as I make it. If I stick to game plan, do my thing, it won't be hard. But if I don't, it will be a tough fight. And then that's on me. That's my doing. So obviously I'm prepared for anything. But yeah, speaking about Devin, he was coming, said he was going to take my head off, he was going to knock me out, he was this. And all I said is, skill wins the fight, but when I land the mark, it's done. And what happened? I landed the mark and the fight was done.
And for you, getting all knockouts in every fight, you're the only fighter in all weight divisions to have done this. Does it validate your training methods, yourself, your own skills? Yes. How have you measured it when you see that stat?
No, I just believe the training, all the hard work we put in, like these last 2 weeks, we've been in a dip. It's been the hardest weeks of camp. So, and you really, some days you struggle, you battle, see through it, you don't perform as well as you want because your body is just so tired and you've pushed so hard. But then it shows fight night. You reap the rewards. So all the hard work shows come fight night, and it just shows like you can't judge a book by its cover, because everyone looked at me with all these big heavyweights and they're looking at me, and some of the guys were still joking, are you sure you're fighting heavyweight and all that? And I just said to Peter, I said, coach, I can't wait to hit these oaks, because then that's when you'll gain the respect.
Yeah.
And we've done that every fight. We've put on the skill. We haven't been bashed or had a hard war where we marked up or injured. Our skills carried us through, and we've got the job done early.
And I mean, just judging by where you're at now, I mean, you're right almost at the finish line. Obviously, you take it each fight at a time. How do you see this opponent though compared to what's left in the tournament?
I must get through him first, and then the final's mine. Same like this is my fight. I have to get through this. This is mine. Then I'll look at the next one. But I'm confident. I said beginning of this series, this tournament, I said I'm going to win this thing.
Yeah.
I said in all interviews, I said I'm going to win it. And even after my last fight, I said to the guys, I told you I'm winning this, because they overlook us South Africans. They don't, maybe they think our talk is cheap or I don't know what, but they overlook us a lot. So I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to win this.
And when they overlook you, does that, I mean, obviously you're self-motivated, but does it add more motivation when they overlook you and they say you can't do it?
I like it. Like I said, every person I fought underestimated me, and I caught them quick off the mark. And it wasn't even my biggest punches, but it was obviously still explosive and hard, but it was more speed. I hit that mark quick, and you can't recover from it. So now I think they're expecting it a lot more and all that, so it makes it tough. I prefer being the underdog and people overlooking me. It's just better that way. There's no pressure on your shoulders, there's nothing. You just do your job and you smile afterwards.
When you go to Saudi, do you get that respect now that they know what you can do and what you're capable of?
Yeah, I know Mauricio, he always comes up to Peter and I and talks now. Even the other heavyweights, they'll say hi, or they're more friendly. Remember the first round, it was all egos and guys just standing there looking around, and like two guys I remember, Sham, they actually in our soaks, they made a comment about, are you sure you're fighting heavyweight? And yes, but you're quite small for the division. I just said, yeah, it is what it is. We'll see when we fight.
Are they still in the tournament?
No, they're not in the tournament. But they're actually cool guys.
Yeah,
and one guy came up to me after my last fight and said, damn, you hit a lot faster and harder than you look. And he was joking with us, and like very friendly guy. But that's boxing. You can't judge a book by its cover.
And let's visit Saudi itself. The arenas, what you've been boxing in so far. I mean, has there been any sort of comfort for you? Are you familiar now, or is it always the same place? I don't even know.
So no, not really. Saudi, it's the same hotel, same setup. You arrive, they drive you to your hotel.
Yeah.
That's all the same. The weigh-ins, all that's in the hotel. But the actual fights have changed venue every fight.
Okay.
So it's quite cool, but to me it's just like amateurs. Like I used to go all over to fight amateurs and all that. It doesn't mean nothing. Like once you're there, you kind of know what you have to get done. Same, you do the long flight, you arrive early hours in the morning, no sleep, but you know what you got to get done. That's all that matters. You'd rather suffer 6 rounds, 18 minutes of your life, and then you can fly back and be the happiest guy for the rest of the year.
But so far, I mean, look, you've come back home every single time. Your hand's been raised every single time. Knockouts every single time. Yeah. I don't suppose you don't maybe make predictions, but so far it's been a knockout every single time. Does that continue?
Yes, no, of course. We all know I can punch, and we all know I am aggressive, and I'm not going to if I hurt someone, I'm not just going to let them off. So you can expect it, especially I just have to land the mark. Anything can happen when I land the mark. But sure, I go with the game plan. I don't put pressure on myself for knockouts and all that. This is boxing. I'm ready. I'm ready for 12 rounds the way Peter's trained us. But no, I'm going for it. But if the knockout comes, it comes. You can always expect it.
And you've had your familiar sparring partners here as well, who've helped you through the entire camp, the whole year, in fact.
Yes.
So, I mean, do you guys get comfortable in the gym, or are you still pushing? Is Peter bringing new tricks to the table?
No, you're not comfortable. I've done this. I've had 3 rounds now, got through all 3 stages, hard camps and all that, but this has been the hardest by far. And it's like Peter's not slowing down, like we just keep going. So that's why I'm also so confident, because I know there's no ways these guys work like us. It's impossible. Even like last week when I was walking, some days I was like barely alive. I just got through it, and now my body's going to start peaking come fight time. So now I'm very confident. There's no familiarity in the gym. It's like when you get in the ring, it's work, it's honest work, and then afterwards you can laugh and joke and all that, but in the ring there's no joking.
Yeah, 100%. I was just privy to your sparring session just a little bit earlier, and I saw the intensity that you guys do bring. Of course, friends outside of the ring.
Yes, of course.
But business inside the ring.
Yes, no, but you help each other. So it's all honest work, and we help each other make sure we're the best for the fight.
And, moving towards the semi-final, now it's just around the corner, I think,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. How's the feeling inside, just mentally preparing for it?
No, I'm keen. I don't overthink about it right now. I'll probably start from this weekend, start thinking more and more. But everything I'm doing is based on that. Like my weekends is just recovery, chill, rest, train, I rest. That's all I do right now. But hard thinking of the fight will come closer to the time. I don't like thinking so far in advance, and I'll do it come fight time, and I let Peter tell me what to do, and that's all I do. I don't put on myself.
When did you first get contact to know that you were in this tournament? Like, was it last year?
It wasn't last year. I got an email, must have been end of Jan, I think. I'm not too sure, I'll have to check my emails, but I got an email and I was at home. I think it must have been just after 7 at night. It came through and I was eating my dinner and it popped up and I opened it. I said, no way. I started phoning Peter straight away saying, we're in, coach, we're in. And then we had to just basically sign all the forms, do the medicals, all that. And obviously me coming off a broken jaw, I had to go for another checkup, all these protocols to get checked, because WBC are quite strict about it, which is good for the boxer's safety. But yeah, I think it was about Jan, we got the call, and yes, we jumped on it.
What did you think before? I mean, obviously your life has changed this year. You've been on a phenomenal tear,
Yes.
but when you first started the year, Happy New Year, Keaton, what was going through your mind? Like, what did you envision this year to look like?
No, I had to give boxing my everything. I had to be busy. I just had to fight. Like even Peter gonna be busy. He wanted 5 fights, and then truth nuts, we got this boxing Grand Prix. It's 5 fights because I'm gonna win this fight. So I'll fight my 5th fight in December.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Do you have a message for Ahmed before you step in the ring with him?
No, I got nothing. Just good luck. I'll see you the 19th of October. There's nothing. I never say anything. But yeah, let's have a good fight.
Let's have a good fight. And do you have maybe a message for South Africa? I mean, you guys are doing so well. 3 of you guys still in this competition.
Yeah, guys, you don't want to miss it. Tune in on DAZN and watch us. There's 3 South Africans in it. You got to support us. We came in the most underestimated country, and now we're the strongest country in there. All 3 of us are still in there, and I'm positive all 3 of us can win this Grand Prix in our divisions.
Let's go. And strength to South African boxing, showing the world exactly what we're capable of. Do you want to give any thank yous, any shout outs just lastly?
Okay, I just want to say thank you to my coach, obviously, for all the hard work he puts in and for pushing us when mentally and physically we feel like we can't. I just want to say thanks to my sponsors. Obviously, without them, just to get through camps and that is almost impossible. My sponsors are Thompson Security, Habanero, Cizanani Plastics, VA Advisors, Rugged Mobile, and Tontrack. I just want to say thank you to all of you, and Habanero Share Gaming. It's a massive thanks for supporting us and backing us so much. Thank you.